yeah, so that goes back to sort of my mindset now is all about like, how can I be the best version of myself? How can I look after myself? Because there's a voice at the back of me going, I think there's this little voice going, I think you've done irreversible damage playing on when you got told that you probably shouldn't have.
And you feel like you pushed through more so than you should have.
You should have, yeah. Like going back, like when I tell people that I got post-concussion syndrome and I tell them how bad that 6 months was, their first reaction is like, what the hell? Like, why did you keep playing? And I think about it now, how terrible it was. And I go, why did I keep playing? That sounds, right now, that sounds ludicrous. I would never do that. But at the time, I'm like...
You're a young athlete, man. You have tunnel vision to your goal and you will put your body through anything to get that goal. It's not till you look back and you go, man, what was I doing?
Yeah, 100%.
Like I got unlucky. I had a mechanical in 2018. I just had one of the best results I ever had in my career. I got a 3rd place. The race after it, feeling confident, feeling good. Had my tire blow off my rim doing about 60 k's an hour and KO'd myself. I think I was out for about 2 minutes. And I raced the weekend after. Now, I was trying to race that same weekend. And I was like, I'm fine. I'm good. Like, you don't... Like, when you got a concussion, you think you're fine. I did a concussion test the next Thursday, I think it was. And I passed it, but apparently it wasn't very good. But looking back, I don't know how my team let me ride. I don't know how my friends let me ride. But it's like, I wasn't taking no for an answer. I was like coming off such a good result that I'm like, if I don't race my whole career, like my whole season's going to be wrecked. But it's that mindset of an athlete where it's like, we just need to like keep doing it. And I look back now, I'm like, man, that's so dangerous.
Yeah, well, we don't know what we know now about head knocks, like, especially in footy. It's like almost a badge of honour. Like you get knocked out. Yeah, just bring it back on. It's just a knockout.
Yeah.
You know, you just hit your head, you wake up again. But it's just like, what we know now is just like, it goes far deep and then just like, you knock your head and you wake up again. You know, the repercussions later on in life, there's what we know now is like how damaging that can actually be. And like, I love now that the precautions that rugby is going down. Like I know a lot of like old school tragic footy players are like, oh, it's gone soft. And it's just like, mate, like what would you rather? Like would you rather play good, you know, for 10 years and be called soft, but then when you stop playing footy, you've got a life after footy, or be, you know, labelled as this tough nut, like I can do anything, head knocks are all good, but you get to 50 and you can't remember anything.
Yeah.
You know, like rugby's such a like professional sport, such a small part of your life, and people are willing to sacrifice their whole life for like a fraction of, you know, success or fame or something like that. Like there's so much more to me than just Elliot the footy player, and now I know that. Whereas before it was just like all I am is, you know, a rugby player.
Well, that's when your identity gets so entangled into what you do. And I feel like for athletes, you get so praised on what you do, and if you haven't actually had something before that. Like I wasn't good at anything. I wasn't good at school. I wasn't good at music. I wasn't good at nothing. Then I found something, got really good at it, like I'm sure you did as well. And then people praise you for it. You get money for it. You get traveled around for it, like all these things. And you're like, if I lose that, who am I outside of that? Is that something you had to really focus on when you obviously said you had these spurts of anger and you were kind of a bit all over the place, and then you found out who Elliot was? Did it all become a bit better after that?
Yeah, that was a long journey though. Like, you know, I hated myself for years. Like, I clung to rugby because I was like, it was almost like an ego thing. Because like now I don't feel like a loser, you know. And outside of footy, I felt like a loser. So it was almost like this thing where.
Why do you think you felt like a loser?
I think it goes back to like I wasn't good at anything. Nothing came natural or anything but sport. Like I could always lean on sport. Like I wasn't smart. Like I actually thought I had learning difficulties at school. Like I just didn't pick up anything. Like all the assignments, all the exams, like studying was just not good for me. Like I was always struggling and it was always stressful. I just remember like school just being such a stressful time in my life, and all my mates were like, you know, getting good grades and they were understanding it quickly. And I was like, I don't get that. Like why don't I get that? But as soon as I play sport, as soon as I stepped on the footy field, I was just like, I felt at home. I felt peace. Like I felt how my mates felt. I was like, Elliot, how can you understand what's going on there? And I was like, I don't know. It just comes natural to me. And it was like my place of like, oh, now I don't feel like an outcast, or now no one's judging me for being stupid or for being dumb.